Hold on.
There we go. Let me check the stream. There we go. Okay, we're live. All right, we're gonna do a stream today of little convoy from Fort Worth, Texas to Little Rock, Arkansas, and I've got you go by just regular Psycho
Psycho.
or okay.
Psycho.
Yeah, I got Psycho here. He's a guy who was helping me out with streaming a little bit, and that's where we're gonna go today. So let me get started here. Set up my GPS. Let's see. I'm setting up where my off ramps are at.
They're off ramps. You don't really need to do that. You can just follow the line all the way up to.
Yeah, I always set up numbers though before the off ramp so I don't miss them on my route.
Uh,
Otherwise, you accidentally get caught off guard and you pass your off ramp. Like this one
oh, did
here.
you hear what I said? I'm
Huh.
gonna be ordering my wheel this week.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm getting a PXN V99. Comes with shifter, pedals, and wheel
Oh
all in
wow.
one.
Fancy dancy. All right. Okay, I got my
That's
route set up. We're good. Let me check and make sure my mic's working. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Back to the
GPS.
drive.
You really also hear me at this watch.
Hi.
Yeah, we'll just use in-game chat. That'll be fun. I can use the CB.
Because I can literally just click my triangle button on my controller while I'm driving.
Yeah, you want to just do it that way?
Yeah.
We'll just use
It'd be
CBs. Okay, I'll leave Discord. This is Eagle. How copy?
Copy.
All right. You want to lead the way or?
You can lead the way.
All right.
Your stream.
I'll be so glad when I get a truck that has the GPS built in. I can't stand having that route advisor up all the damn time. It drives me mad. Don't know what level that unlocks. Like I said, all my ATS days were on a single profile, and because I drove that profile for so long, I had literally just seen that they put Squirrel in the game, and they put him in it like 6 years ago. Funny. So me and Psycho, we got to keep our distance a little bit. I've got some rubber banding issues going on with the game. I don't know why it's doing that. It doesn't do that with just me. It does that with some of my friends as well. So usually I don't post, but I have decent enough internet where I could be host. And I'm hosting right now, but it's still issues with desync, unfortunately. And when I was running the last convoy with my friends on here, we didn't stream that one, of course, but what ended up happening was, let's see, do I stay on this road here or do I get on? What ended up happening was a good friend of mine, he had a random encounter, like, of state troopers basically spawn right in front of him, stop in the middle of the road, and it completely totaled his truck. And so those kind of desync issues, I'm not sure how that works exactly with ATS servers, but yeah, I just got some of that rubber banding stuff you were talking about. These guys are kind of just rubber banding along in front of me here. The AI traffic is.
Yeah, that's why I'm staying back behind you a little bit more.
Even the AI traffic is doing that, and I don't know why. It didn't do that before. So.
So it depends on who's hosting the lobby, too.
So you've already been to Arkansas, yes?
Yep.
Anything good to see?
That's not bad.
I gotta get over. Be in the left-hand lane. You ever see that movie, Smokey and the Bandit?
Yeah.
One of my dad's favorite movies. Jerry Reed mentions Texarkana in that song, Eastbound and Down.
That movie.
That was a quick speed limit change.
Yeah. Traveling at a 52.
Buzz. Oh hell, we started out with an empty tank. I gotta pull over and get some fuel. Might need to do it on the next exit, I think. Not sure how that happened. Tempting to cut across that median, but I'll just hit the next one.
You can just get the next exit.
Hopefully I can make that next exit. Hopefully it's not too far. Be running on fumes here soon. I got a way station bypass on this one, I'm good.
Says I gotta pull over.
Okay, I'll catch you probably up at the next exit. I'm gonna get some gas here soon.
Okay.
Yeah, this new truck that I've got here, it's not really new. It's the one that I've been driving. The gas tank is pretty small on it, so I have to stop 2 or 3 times sometimes. I didn't know we were starting on an empty tank though, because I guess the last one I forgot to fill up on. Usually I'd go fill up right after my drive. Didn't catch that. Trying to get everything else squared away for the stream. Got to get everything set up, get OBS open, get YouTube all set up, get rid of all the old video stuff so it gets or getting sidetracked and forget to fill up your tank. That can happen. I didn't see any gas tank on this exit here. I'm gonna have to go up one more. Probably need to zoom out.
at the weigh station. I just got done with the weigh station, so I think
This wheel's a little touchy, so I'm sitting here trying to. Turn on my blinker prematurely just to make sure if he's behind me, he'll know I'm getting off. I got off on the new Boston exit. 199.
Alright.
I'm not to get that cord on my arm there. It keeps falling. Where are the pumps for the trucks? In the back?
See me coming up and around the corner.
Yeah, pumps around back. This cord's driving me. nuts. I see you. Might as well go ahead and pull in, get some. Little VFW post there. 488 looks like. Usually they got cannons and stuff out front, or I don't see one. Alright, I'm getting back on the highway. I'll drive slow. way we'll still have our spacing between us since I've got some issues going on with rubber banding. I need to reset my, I missed the gear there. I need to reset my button for, my windows roll down. I used to have, set to the side of my mouse. When I'm hitting the mouse, it doesn't seem to. Yeah, so immersion ruining having that display much brighter than the rest of the truck and everything. It just kind of ruins it a little bit. But oh well. I mean, I got a fancy Texarkana sign. HD. What's that? See, this is why I marked my off ramps here. You got all these different options. You can easily miss your exit in this game. Probably a little bit harder to do that in real life.
Got back in the hot.
Okay, I just passed Texarkana. I'm doing about 50. When you see the Texarkana sign, you'll be close. I went ahead and got back on the highway instead of waiting at the gas station because by the time he's done fueling up and pulls up behind me, he'll be so close that we'll be rubber banding, and we don't want that. So we're trying to keep our distance from each other. Got him reminded that. Leave that on. Prescott. Welcome to Arkansas. Just past the sign. Damn horse dropping me back. Trying to keep it around 45, 50 so he'd catch up. So I collect those welcome signs. I've got them up in a couple of different places. In one of the games that I play, I have a room where I have all my ATS stuff, and I have pictures of every welcome sign of each state that I've been to. In ATS. Okay, I'm in Texarkana. Texarkana discovered.
You're really not that far ahead of me because I can see you on the map.
Alright, good. I gotta pull in for this way station. That'll give you plenty of time.
Need to pull into it too, so.
That's funny, the first one I got to skip. just got a text. I need to look at my phone. $63,496. I'll go ahead and pull up and get out of the way. Oh, yeah. Checking my phone. My brother sent me a video.
Fine.
So weird driving a day cab, having that window there. I mean, it's convenient. You can see what you're doing a little bit better. Shifted without ranking up there for a second. Alright, here we go. Oh. You got some AI traffic back there in the middle of the road with his hazards on, so if you're running into traffic, you may have to go around.
Already went around it.
Alright. Buzz warning, watch it. Drop on the side of the road over there. Things ought to come with fuzzbusters, yeah? You can't have a fuzzbuster, doesn't it? Some of you guys younger may not know what that is. Little Rock. I think it said 66 miles. I think it said 66 miles to Little Rock. 5. It didn't change though. I wonder why. Get a drink of water. You know what I mean by my wheel being super sensitive? Just barely touch it and it goes off the road.
Raining for me.
Yeah, same. Started raining about 2 minutes ago. Let's see. Sorry. Little Rock Airport. Is that where we're going?
Oh, I could probably only do this one because I have to go eat my dinner.
Yeah, I copy that. Wait, what? No, it's not this exit. It's next. See what I mean? And I even put the mark there to make sure I didn't miss the exit. We need to get to the lane. Guy needs to speed up or slow down, one of the two. I guess it doesn't matter. Thought it was only going to be a 1 lane. Let's slow down. Little Rock. This truck is so slow, man. I can barely get past 56 on just that little tiny incline. It just doesn't have that much power. Trying to keep that speed limit right at. Got some cool RBG lighting on these bridges.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Ew.
Exit to Jacksonville, Memphis. For a second, I thought those were little X's. You can hear emergency vehicle somewhere. I haven't heard that one in a while. Unless that's not in the game. Big old churches. Yeah, they do quite good on these sceneries. ATS does. Memphis. Pretty cool. Little Rock, Arkansas. Feels like I'm going a lot slower than I am, but this is 60. Dagnabbit. Turn off windshield wipers. Growth Road Junction. We still got a ways to go. That's only 3. I got 6 marks. Unless they... Okay, what the hell? All my marks cut from 6 to 3. Not sure how that happened. I would pull a right on red on this one, but I'm behind them, so I'll just let them go. And we're rolling. Probably took that turn a little bit faster than what I should have. We're here. Is that gate gonna open? That shouldn't happen. My blinker pad is on the other side. I don't know why it turned on the other one. Leaving non-collision area. Not sure what that's all about. Okay, let's see where they want this. So you gotta go around the front. I think destination's on the inside of there. This is gonna be tight. I can already tell because the curves. The good news is this can be a driver's side back, so it won't be too bad. Finally hit that curve. That's gonna be interesting, to say the least. I don't have the room really to pull forward and do the serpentine to get it back. Let's just try to see if I can wing it here. I need to check on the other side of this and see if I'm going to hit anything. No. I think we'll be alright. Stop lane there.
Alright, that was nice doing that with you.
Alright, man. Same.
Still good rest of your stream, too.
Thank you. Enjoy your dinner. I think I turned there. Send it on back. See if I still got the cut on that. We're in the money. Nope, not quite. Tires are just barely up. Well, I guess that'll work. Good enough. Okay, let's drop the load here. $367 miles. Yeah, that was kind of a shorter drive. 10 hours, 7 minutes. Gallons. Got an extra skill point, so I don't know if I want to put that into another hazmat. Not sure about just-in-time delivery. I guess we'll run that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if I can try to go to a truck dealer nearby. Maybe. Kenworth back in Ardmore. I guess I'll do another run. I was going to try to do it with my Kenworth, but on to Missouri, right? So to Great Market. Little Rock. Oh, Page would be nice to go to. A little bit far though. There we go. There's one to St. Louis, right up the coastline there. I say the coastline, I mean the edge of the state. So I don't know if I want to take that though. I want to maybe. See if there's anything else going to Missouri. That one goes up that way too. Springfield. What else do we have? So those are the two options. I can go to Springfield or I can go to where was it? St. Louis. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this one, the Springfield, because it's closer to these other jump off points. So if I take another job with some friends and stuff, it'll be closer to them. My jump off point in this area will be closer. I would like to do this outer edge one though. Yeah, we'll take the one to Springfield, I think. Or was that? Kingman. That was St. Louis. St. Louis is 14,038 per mile. Oh, they got one over to Everett, Washington. I'd love to take that, but I'd like to actually, the one that I want to take would probably be El Dorado to Bellingham. Because that's like max distance mileage right there. Actually, it might even be farther to take from Brownsville to Bellingham. But that would take me, so this would go Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Wyoming, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. But for right now, I just want to see Missouri, so... Cape Girardeau. I'm the one that goes to Springfield. There it is. It doesn't actually pay that much, but cargo's cool. I'll take that. That's what I want. Daylight now. I think my engine was already on. The other way. Oh shit, hang on a second. Before we start that, I gotta go do something real quick. Be right back. Give me just 1 second here. Uno momento. I'll be right back. Oh, almost forgot.
I'm back.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, so here's the deal. Uh, I have been looking into getting Track R for a while, and so this is my big announcement for the channel. I'm going to be getting Track IR, and it's going to be pretty cool to have playing ATS because then I just can turn my head to look instead of moving over here to the mouse. I can keep my hand on the gear shifter, and I can just look to the left or to the right if as I need uh, while I'm driving. And not only while I'm driving, but this Track IR works with a lot of games. And so one of the games that I'll be able to use that with that I'm really looking forward to is DCS, and it works with the module that I have. So that's going to be cool, and I've been excited about that, and I wanted to mention that I'm going to be getting Track IR. Okay, let me get back to the game here. New upgrades available, finally. What did we get? I think it's just unlocking tires and rims and all that happy horse shit. Kenworth is just all rims. Steering wheel, tire. Yeah. I'm not going in. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Can I buy online yet? Truck manager, truck dealers. Buy online still not available. I'll be driving this truck for a while. Ugh. Alright, whatever. That's fine. I miss my old truck, but part of running the old gauntlet to get back to where it was. It is a gauntlet. Because you have to put in all that time, do all those drives, get your levels all the way back up, get all your ranks back up, in order for you to be able to get the parts and stuff that you need. Even once I buy my Kenworth, which should be the first time I've bought a Kenworth, usually I drive a Peterbilt, I still have to go through all the levels again to get all the parts unlocked so I can upgrade my engine. I'm going to be driving some weak engine. Low horsepower. See that tore up billboard? That's realistic of this kind of area of Arkansas. Arkansas gets tornadoes just like Oklahoma does, and it can be gnarly. I don't know why these wheels keep squealing when I'm just barely turning. Like it's trying to come to a complete halt just because I left the gas a little bit. See? What's up with that? Freight market. Springfield. So, oh, it's not going to show us, I think. Yeah, it's not going to show right now. Holy crap. Apparently my track IR is going to be here tomorrow. Okay. Damn. That's cool. All right. Awesome. All right. So let's get over there and grab that trailer. Yeah, I'm excited because I've wanted track IR for years. Being a simmer and having played all those different games where you could have been looking and stuff and you didn't. I started playing Flight Simulator back in 2004. Maybe even a little bit before that, actually, because when I was in middle school in technology class, we had it, and it was one of the modules that you had to do as part of technology class. I have fun trying to get this. See if I can do it with the mirror. I wasn't able to turn how I wanted to. Gotta be pretty exact with this realistic coupling on. We missed. Oh, got it. Okay, so once we're fish on, I'll look and see what our cargo stats are. F5 is here. There we go. So, grain, 44,655 pounds. Expected Wednesday, 10:14 a.m. or Wednesday, 4:54 p.m. 5,000, and time remains 8 hours, 47 minutes. Let's get trucking. Switch this route advisor back over. I think I'll leave it there, and then I always mark my route. And hopefully we have no detours. We'll call that 1, call that 2. Should be a nice straight on ride, pretty much all the way there. No, we got 3 here. Yeah, so it's pretty close. Yep. Alright, let's get out of here. It's gonna be sick, man, having track IR. All those years of not having it, not knowing what that's like. So I wanted to get a VR headset. Those things are so fucking expensive, and even though the computer would handle it, there's only a couple options that I have for my price range, and it's gonna be a while. Even the thing with having VR available at that price point is that there's only 2 or 3 options at that price point that are any good, and then the problem with that is that most of the ones that are at that price point, there's a lot of huge drawbacks. For example, Quest 3 requires you have an active Facebook account, and the problem is that if you get banned from Facebook or something like that, then your VR doesn't work. And so with the way Facebook is, they could just ban you, and then all of a sudden your VR doesn't work. So I don't like the idea of that, and I don't like the idea of having electronic components that are reliant on you having some account that has dick all to do with what you're doing. So that's one thing, and then the other one has something to do like Piezo or so. I can't remember exactly. Um, that had a lot of manufacturer flaws. There were a lot of people that were ordering and they're getting pissed off, and the back waiting and stuff like that when you have to send it back in is pretty long. So the only other option would be like the Oculus Rift S, which at any moment they could pull the support for that, and then I would be up shit creek without a paddle with Oculus S or Rift S that doesn't work anymore, and then be out of that 200 or 300 bucks that I paid to get it. Um, it's just not that, like I said, it's just not really something that I think I'm just going to be able to get away with right now. I was considering the Quest 3 as much as I didn't like the idea of having an active account, but it has a really good reviews. A lot of people like it, and for what it is, they say it's pretty good for flight simming. So I haven't played a good flight simulator though in a long time. I stopped here for no reason. That's blocked because the only one that I usually played now is DCS. DCS really isn't a flight simulator. It's more of a combat simulation scenario for aircraft, which, I mean, it's nice, it does it, but it's not quite the same as an actual flight simulator. And I've been considering getting Flight Simulator 2020. My friend has it, he likes it, but it's just there's no point in getting that if I was going to get the new one. And the new one, right now, I'm on the fence about getting because there's still a lot of problems and drawbacks with it. It doesn't properly work to support all cores. It doesn't give you much more FPS in some situations. What are you doing? Come on. It doesn't give you more FPS or anything like that for what your hardware is. I saw live testing of it, and I wasn't really enthused. See, look at that. It shows like it's going to be over there on this side, but it's actually on this side. You actually look at it. That's why Root Advisor can really screw you sometimes. Hopefully I don't hit any stupid detours. You know what? I think I forgot to open Streamlabs, so I probably didn't see any. I did everything right and still forgot to do something. Hang on just a minute. We can't. Yeah, we can. Stop. Let me make sure Streamlabs is open. I could have swore it was, but. I can't pause right now, so give me just a minute. I'll get to a spot. Pull off over here. It won't really matter too much. The Streamlabs is on or off on this one though, because I have to alt tab out in order to see the comments. So let's pull it outside the road here. Yeah, I think I forgot to open Streamlabs. Those fans are getting rumbly. At some point I need to probably... I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. We'll pay courtesy to him and let him just go on about. He's a lot harder to be able to get his brakes to stop. We didn't get to see very much of Arkansas, but we will be able to see something in this drive because it's going to be nice and daylight. Come on, green light. Come on, green light. Harrison. After playing for a while, I'm starting to get in the habit of being able to range up and range down with the right buttons and stuff, but it takes a while to get back into the groove of that. I can't imagine what it's going to be like when I get my 18 gear full and back again. Eating fuller. Kind of would like to have that top handle extension for the shifter so I can range up and range down from the shifter itself. I've seen them online. There's a lot of different people that make them, that 3D print them, but who knows which one's actually worth a damn and whether or not it's really worth me getting, because I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to slowly just build the ladder on things, but for me, money's pretty tight, and I have to take a lot of time to save for anything. 7 years to try to fix my car, so. Right on the money. Not to go too fast on speed to it. But yeah, most of the time when I'm driving, I stay in this lane. I couldn't read that sign. I stay in the right-hand lane mainly because it's kind of a pain in the ass to look in the other mirror. Whereas if I have that track IR, I'll be able to just turn my head so I can start using other lanes a little bit more. I can just turn my head and look over in the mirror without having to look forward, grab my mouse, and lock it in place to turn this way. On to Springfield. Here we go from Little Rock. Speed limit's 55 here. It didn't change on the. It needs to be. I don't know why it's not. Yeah, it's not changing in my advisor. There it goes. The only major upgrade that I want, I can deal with the lower power engine. I drive slow anyway, but I want my GPS and my dashboard. I don't like driving with the rear visor. Annoying. Should be good enough on gas to make it to Springfield, I think. Speed limit's 50 here. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. I didn't catch the sign. I didn't get to read what it said there. I couldn't really understand what it said, even though I was going kind of slow. Kind of hard to read that. I think my chair's a bit off. Yeah, come on. Feet up. Yeah, my chair's a bit off. I'd like my chair to be more in line with my wheel. You pull in there. And a little kind of machinery. So, I'm short a couple DLCs on trailers. Probably gonna go ahead and grab this. I was gonna grab them before we did our convoy, but I didn't want to keep them waiting. So I was like, let's just get on there and I'll do something that we both have and get her done. You notice the AIs aren't doing what they were doing now, so I don't know what was causing that. It could just be that I'm using a lot of bandwidth streaming plus trying to host. Maybe it didn't work out. Shouldn't use that much bandwidth. I've got pretty good internet these days. What the hell's going on with that? Let's see. We're in Harrison, which I thought we were already in. Equipment, graffiti, tractors, park over here. That's why I like driving ATS. You can just look around and you just see all kinds of stuff. Prospect Avenue. That speed limit 40 would be good. Back down to 35 to leave what? Unless we're getting on the highway. Speed limit's still 40. My friend was saying that SCS is fixing to be adding cars to ATS that you can drive as a player. And we've had that as a mod though. I don't know how that's going to work, but I guess they're adding them like officially. But as a mod, they had one time they had like a truck you could pull that had a camper on it, stuff like that. I don't know why you would want to mess with that. You could just trailer to drive. I guess it just gives people something else to do. I do have a ride on red, but I'll go ahead and take it off. Just Merc. Right on red's legal. Don't look at me like that. Shifter's getting where it's kind of wanting to misgear sometimes. I don't know if that's just me pushing in the wrong direction or what, but sometimes I'll try to hit 10th and it'll go to 8th. Sometimes I'll try to go to 8th and hit 10th. It kind of veers off to the side one way or another. Ranging up. I had something wrong up there. But yeah, it's gonna be amazing. It'll be really cool. Kind of would like to have a CB. I've always wanted one. I thought it'd be neat to have. I started getting into old radios. I've got one we got from an antique store, like from back in the 1970s. It's an old school radio. It's got like the little light bulbs in the back. Pretty cool. I only get it out every now and then. Usually around Christmas, I'll get it out and play some Christmas music on it and put it back. Most of the time, it just stays on the shelf. I was starting to get into learning how all that stuff worked. Like basically radio engineering, I guess you could say. It was really sparking my interest. Springfield, Missouri, 65 miles. I could read that. Let's get home. Something Willis Memorial. I couldn't read that. Speed up a little bit here. Is there no water under this bridge? No. Oh. I had to get that Missouri sign. Alright. Not the greatest welcome to Missouri sign screenshot, but I got it. Didn't miss it. I wonder what that bridge was, though, because that's an important bridge since it welcomes you into Missouri. That'd be cool to look at. Let's look at that. There's the houses down there on the river. Pretty cool. Branson, city limits, population 10,000. Well, we're not going to Branson. Even though it says, well, oh, we are going into Branson. That's downshift. Get going again. Start being a looky loo and end up as a blockade for traffic. I wonder if you have track IR on, if you go to the outside view of the truck, if it acts as though it's your mouse on the outside, so you can just look around that way also. I'm pretty excited about that. Dahlia's 150. The little American truck Missouri sign. Missouri Caverns. Feel the cool air. Here's the echoes. See the hidden world. That must be the caverns that Psycho was talking about. He said that he went to a cave in Missouri. That must have been the caverns he was talking about. James River Fairway. we're in Springfield now. Springfield Lake. Let's look out. Not a lot to see there. Welcome to Springfield. Springfield discovered. So while this is a new profile, and I've been to all the states with my old profile, this state is entirely new. Arkansas is entirely new. So for this new profile, these are milestones that I'm hitting that I would have liked to have hit on the old profile, but I didn't. So this is basically just a whole new driver. And because my old profile, the way it was, it didn't seem to work. I'm just sticking it out with this new profile and writing it out, revisiting all the old spots. Joplin. Public Road, Flintstone. What is going on? I heard that. Hang on just a minute here. Get up this red light. He's stopped for some reason here. It's alright. Hello, Story. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. This guy's stopped here. Yeah, I think last time you left before I could tell you, I watched your Minecraft video. You talking about the 80s? That's pretty cool. This guy's not gonna get out of my way. I gotta get over. And this car's not moving either. Okay, he is moving. Okay, good. Yeah, I gotta pull up my, gotta pull this up on YouTube. Otherwise I have to hold tab. On right on red. Here we go. Pulling it up on YouTube. Pulling it up on YouTube. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah. I could probably take another right on red here. Nearly at my destination. A speck on my windshield, or did it try to rain? It's trying to rain. Sprinkling. Alright, here we are. Yeah, I just thought I'd switch it up today and do a little bit of trucking. I've been playing Green Hell, and I got a lot of views on that one, and then they just kind of waned off. YouTube's like that. Just no matter what I do, it just doesn't really matter with them. I don't really care. I never really started streaming to please YouTube anyway. I'm just stream, have fun. But you'll want it right there in this slot. Okay, so somewhere up here. One of the mods that we have removes these little floating white rings, and you have to just look for the pane. It's a lot harder to do it that way, but we have done it that way. Of course, with the new update, all of our mods basically stopped working. So, all right, here we are. Have to be careful backing up. The wall's right there. Can't go too far in. Serpentine. And this will be a driver's side and back. Hopefully I didn't screw that up. Now I can see my mirror. Oh, I think we screwed it. Yeah, we're too far over. Let's go forward one. Thought I had that and got too carried away and turned the wrong way just an inch and lost it. This should go in. Wheel's pretty sensitive, so I gotta be super careful. I'm not even gonna do the whole look behind. I'm just gonna, when it's green, stop, park and brake on, and drop the trailer. Oh, I must have been late. No? I made it right on time. Right as they gave me the message, I made it right on time. Good. Trailer maneuvering bonus. Nice rewards. Okay. Let me check the stream here. Let's see, where's our 130. Very good. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I was looking over my shoulder more than I was in the mirror, but the mirror was cut off. I need to adjust that mirror. But yeah. Let me see where else we got to go here. Yeah, when I did the academy, a lot of people you'd watch that and you'd say, "Oh, well, it took him like 8 tries." Yeah, but I'm doing it in the cab. Everybody else that did the academy, then they did it online. They're all using outside the cab view, and so it's a lot easier for them. There was only one guy that I saw that didn't use outside the cab view, and he had like a really nice setup in his thing, like all the dashboard and everything like a real truck. And even he admitted he did it multiple times to get it right, so he could do it in the cab with no problems. I try to do it realistically, but sometimes looking over the shoulder, you know how it is. Freight market. So, kind of would like to go up to the top of Missouri. St. Joseph, Marysville, Kirksville. See what I have inside Missouri here. Billings, Montana. Poplar Bluff. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to stream today. We were going to have some bad weather. Yeah, I don't know how my grandfather did that. He drove for over 65 years for all kinds of different companies. Like, just crazy to think having that attached to you all the time and then you having to back up literally all the time like that, not knowing if you're going to hit or something. That'd be a little nerve-wracking, but I'm sure you get good at it after a while. Even in the game, you have to practice a lot, so I can't imagine in real life. Plus, you have all the other worries to worry about for the trailer tires, the axles, your bearings, your connections on your trailer, other drivers, things like that. That would be nerve-wracking. I don't see another one from Missouri, just that job. Guess I could go back into Arkansas and come back up. Springfield to McAllister. What do we have back into Arkansas? Jonesboro. I didn't get to see much of Arkansas because it was nighttime. Maybe I'll go back into Arkansas. See what they have for Arkansas. It's Jonesboro. Jonesboro and Pine Bluff. That'll take me straight through both the cities that I already saw. Back into Pine Bluff. Yeah, I think I'll run that. Actually, it only pays $3,000 though. $12 a mile. Ew. Let's see what we have. That's basically it. So it's either Pine Bluff or Jonesboro, which pays more per mile. Probably take the Jonesboro. We'll just do that. Just pull on a regular trailer on that one. Flickery shit going on there. Let me go get some gas in this truck. Fixing to go turn my fan on too because it is getting warm in here. It's humid outside. We got all this terrible weather coming through. Like a spa for tornadoes. Gate don't close down on the truck. Oh yeah, we get nasty weather all the time. I'm in Oklahoma, so it gets pretty rowdy here. We have to pay very close attention to the weather. When it does start, it can get really, really bad, really fast. Like, we've had this year, I think this year we lost, it was either this year or last year, two entire towns were completely destroyed by a tornado. The entire town, just gone. Sulphur got basically completely wiped out. There was another one, I can't remember. I think it was like Sawyer or something. I can't remember what the name of it was. But they got hit and they got wiped out. And I mean like wiped out. There was like maybe 5 houses left in the whole freaking town. Yeah, so our weather gets absolutely wild here. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I guess my trailer's down the road here. Wow, look at that. That's a nice, fancy brick church. That's really fancy. What's cool is they model these off of the real building, so it probably really looks like that there. Kids park over there. This is my shift. That's pretty cool looking. Would they have that go back in the trees like that? Alright, where's our trailer in here? Story, do you play ATS? Have you ever played it? I'm gonna grab this trailer and then I'm gonna turn my fan on in here. It's getting roasty. Wow, look at that. Cool. How you doing there, Aiden? Day cab makes this back on this side a little bit easier. Still trying to use my mirrors there. Can't really see back there. I think I turned the wrong way. Yeah, I did. That ought to be connected right there. Under it? I can't tell. So I'll just go on back with it. Yeah, I'm out of line. What's that happening? That pen. Ah, I see what's going on here. Missed my pen. I can't see that. That should go. Pin's right there. I've got realistic coupling on, so I have to be pretty exact. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna turn that off. And I'll pull up our route. Jonesboro. On that highway. Take that first exit. Have to take this off ramp. That's a bit of a sudden stop. I'll go ahead and mark that. Just pull straight on through. It goes on through. Here's our off ramp here. And that's it. 4 marks. Okay. Give me just a second. I'm going to go turn my fan on. I'm burning up in here. Okay, I'm back. Ni habla español, I think is what I'm looking for. No habla español. I speak a little bit, very little. Sorry, I'm trying. So we're on. This is our trailer here. North American Mines and Quarries. That's the quarry in front of us. Let's see what our load is. Is that 5? I guess I'll go with that view. And then silica. 35,540 pounds. Jonesboro, Arkansas. Go there. Yeah, I really want my GPS built into my dashboard. I don't like having that. Only good thing about having the route advisor right there is that it tells you about what you're pulling. I like reading that. So I get a good idea of what I'm doing. There's a road that goes over that way. I would go check it out, but I don't want to be late on my job, so maybe for another time. I did adjust my mirrors. I guess that trailer that I had was just longer. I don't know if I want to go that way or... Rain coming. Yeah, it feels a lot nicer now. I got a good breeze going on. You'd be surprised. There's some places you can go. I actually got a little bit too curious in this game one time and found this road that led nowhere. And you would think there would have been these little yellow X's like there usually are, and there wasn't. And I drove into what most games call blue hell, and my truck just keeps falling and falling underneath the map, and it just obliterated, completely destroyed my truck and trailer. So I had screenshots of that somewhere on my old PC. I'll have to, my old hard drive. if I ever go into my Tower Unite house, I've got screenshots in there. I'll maybe share it on here. I have been meaning to show some of my stuff that I created in Tower Unite on here. I've just been kind of refraining from doing so, but I've got some pretty unique stuff that I've made in Tower Unite. That game allows you to do a lot of really cool things that you wouldn't be able to do in other games. And one of them that I did that I think is interesting was I recreated the motorcycles from the movie Easy Rider, 750 some odd pieces each. And so, yeah, I thought about something like that, doing a short like that. I haven't really gotten into shorts. I'm testing out, the waters on some of this different stuff they have available for making videos. And one of the things that I got now is Adobe Express, the freeware thing. So I've been making some of my thumbnails with Adobe Express, but it worked the first time, and then the other times that I was using it, it seemed like the text didn't work quite as well as the first one I made. So I don't know if there's some discrepancy in the version that I was running or what, but and they have limitations, but it's going to be a lot easier though for me to make video cuts and things like that. I was going to use, what is that one called that like everybody that uses YouTube has? It's like I can't think of the name of it. Everybody uses it to, it's like Blackmagic Studios or something. I can't remember the name of the program, but it's pretty well known. And that one, I tried to put a video in that I had played Trek to Yomi, and it wouldn't accept the format of the file, though the file was supported. The codec inside the file that YouTube has for it is different, and so it didn't accept it for some reason, and I had hell getting it to change. So I grabbed Adobe Express and I tried it, and while that allowed me to change the aspect ratio, they have a time limit of 1 hour on your videos to change aspect ratio or pretty much do anything on those videos. And so I really couldn't use the footage even though I had changed the aspect ratio on it. I did upload it to YouTube, but after I looked at it, I was like, I'm not unlocking that video. That video's staying private. So that was a screw up of my own. For some reason though, OBS changed the canvas on Trek to Yomi when I was streaming it. I had to completely manually change the canvas the next time that I streamed. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm using Streamlabs, but I don't use it very well. I'm not really good at it. I forget to open it up, and then sometimes Streamlabs will steal the stream footage, and it'll stream it in Streamlabs instead of OBS. And I'm trying to use OBS because I know OBS better than Streamlabs. But Streamlabs, I did set up the subscriber in, and I set up my notifications, but I can't see them on my screen for some reason. I guess they'll have to be with that the new monitor thing. At some point, I'm gonna get my other monitor. I just the one that I had and I was gonna use for being able to see my notifications and stuff, the power button was screwed up on it, and I forgot about that. And not only that, I couldn't find the damn thing. So at some point, I'll probably just buy a cheapo depot monitor for streaming and just put it over there. But I have a tiny little desk here, and it's going to be interesting to see how that works. I could probably just stand it on my old PC's frame, but we'll see how that goes. You know, I took this job to go back into Arkansas so I could see Arkansas, and it's getting night again. So I may not be able to see shit. My original streams, though, I had in, I was presenting it to you guys because I have an ultra wide monitor. I was presenting it to you guys in 2700 by 720, and what YouTube was doing with that was, though it was letting me present that to you guys, is it was locking it at 720p, so you couldn't see any HD video at all. It wasn't even an option. So I ended up changing the canvas back up to my native resolution, and then I changed some stuff in OBS, so I'm now basically streaming 4K, even though 4K is 3800 and something. So like I'm a step down from 4K. It's not real 4K, but it looks a lot better to me. YouTube doesn't like that I'm streaming that way, but loan installment. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like that I'm doing it in that resolution, but it looks good compared to the one that they're wanting me to run it in, which it would scrunch the picture because it's an ultra-wide monitor. I don't do it. Jonesboro, though, reminds me of Jones Barbecue. Y'all ever see those reels and videos? The little shorts for Jones Barbecue. Jones Barbecue and foot massage. Story, if you're still there, when's the next time you go live? Do you do lives, or do you just upload videos? I'm gonna deal with my phone while I'm driving. Fordland. Wow, look at that backdrop. That mirror there, the sky, how the sun's slowly going down. You just can't get that in other games. Pretty nice. Oh, just vids. Oh, okay. I was gonna offer to come in and check out your stream next time you're streaming. I try to return the favor when people come watch my streams and stuff, videos and things like that. Licking Rolla, okay, interesting name there. Might have to downshift on this one. Come on, 8. No. There it is. Go right back up. Yeah, anytime, just let me know. Yeah, I've never actually played Minecraft. To me, like it never was something that really interested me when it came to other games like that, because when I was in like middle school or something, I had a friend, he played it all the time, like all the time. And I used to watch him play sometimes. It's just like it just didn't really interest me compared to some of the other games that were out. But I see a lot of people playing it, especially now because they did the remake of it or something. So it's interesting to watch. I'll give you that. I just there's other games for me, in my opinion, to for me to play. He built all kinds of like um, remakes of different buildings and stuff, though, like historical buildings. It was interesting to watch. My my uh my nephew, he absolutely loves Minecraft. He used to make these cow launchers, and he used to show me, and he'd just be laughing, his little diabolical laugh as he's shooting all these cow launchers. Flowers, leaves, and bricks. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, oops. Off my camera. That won't happen with track off. Something over there. Yeah, but I liked your video because you make it interesting. So like you're building all this stuff, and I'm like trying to keep up with your blocks, and you're talking about all this stuff, and it's kind of so me. I didn't necessarily grow up in the '80s, but I was born in the '80s, and so I got to witness a lot of that stuff. Like when I was growing up, they still had ashtrays on the planes in the armrest. When I was coming back from Germany. A lot of people find that hard to believe that we used to have ashtrays in the planes, smoking sections and stuff in the planes. River, did that say? Let me see if too dark to see the river, damn it. Let's see if I can see this one. Sorta, not quite. What's that say? Lion King? Oh, welcome to Licking. Alright. What an interesting city name. Donut Planet. Oh shit. Gotta slow down there for a minute. This is Homer's favorite place. I think I missed that green light. Yeah. Yeah, and then they also had it too where there was no seatbelt laws. You could just ride in the back seat. You could smoke in the car with your kids, stuff like that. You could ride in the back of trucks without getting pulled over, things like that. You can't anymore. And I was talking to my friends about this the other day. So like they have this idea of this millennials thing, and I always try to tell people like, I mean, they kind of lump us in a little bit with millennials, but that's the kind of life that I grew up in. I wasn't considered a millennial at the time. If you look at different websites give different years for what is considered a millennial, but I don't really consider myself a millennial. Nobody I knew was eating freaking Tide Pods. But I mean, and it's interesting too to hear people calling people from that generation boomers, because I remember growing up, people from the '60s who like witnessed Kennedy and stuff, they were called baby boomers. So we always referred to them as the boomers. So it's interesting to hear people call people like my brother's age boomers. Rolla, 16 miles, Columbia 110. Yeah. Yeah, so I moved a lot. My dad and my stepfather, they were both in the military. So I moved around the United States a lot. But mainly, like, I mean, I pretty much grew up in Oklahoma. I lived in the country when I was a kid. Then when I moved with my dad, he lived in the city. So I lived in the city for a bit, and it was kind of a weird adjustment, having lived in the country growing up and then living in the city. Ray Creek. E3. Bus coming. Yeah, baby boomers. Yep. World War II, baby. Yeah, my grandfather fought World War II. He was a not the truck driver one, but the one on my dad's side. He was at D-Day on Omaha Beach. He was a medic. So like this opening scene of Saving Private Ryan, he lived that as a medic. Need to get another. Look at these places. These are really nice. That's what's cool about ATS. Like they don't just copy paste places. These places each have their own unique identities. I mean, obviously they copy paste some of that stuff. I probably should pull in and get gas if they have a gas place here. I don't know why you brake like that. So that's a scenic spot. You know what? I'm going that way anyway. Let's go. Let's have a look here. Be the first one I stop at in Arkansas. Parking brake on. Welcome to Rolla. Oh yeah, I imagine there probably wasn't much fixing those ones. I mean, some of them did survive, yeah, but the first three waves were like completely decimated at D-Day on Omaha. Um, Out of like the 6,000 plus people that were killed during that invasion, 2,000 of them alone were on Omaha. It's crazy to think there all those so many people like that. Yeah, they did a good job on the moon too. Look at that. Hey, Havener Center. These cutscenes are really interesting though. They help kind of showcase some of the important scenic spots in these places. That looks like a war memorial. I might have actually seen this one. It's reminiscent to the World War II memorial in DC. That's what I love about ATS. They have a lot of those kind of like veterans memorials and stuff. I've come across them. It's really neat that they keep that kind of stuff in mind. It's very patriotic of them. All right, let's get up out of here. Need to find a gas station soon. It's gonna be a trucker moment right here. Without enemies. Hopefully nobody's coming. Church of Rolla. I wonder if that's that candy. Think that you would be included in Gen X like me. That's what I like. Even when I was in school, they told us we were Gen X. So that's why I'm like, I'm really confused as to all of a sudden all these people say, "Oh no, you're considered millennial." I'm like, bullshit. But nothing against though their generation. Like I'm not saying that they're lesser people or anything by any means. They're growing up in different times. They're going to have their own unique generational experiences. But the stuff that I experienced, they didn't. So, like the whole being home before the street lights come on and stuff like that. We used to go out at night and stay gone. Our parents didn't care where we were. I mean, my mom probably did. She probably. I need to get off here. That route advisor almost got me. I'm getting my way too much here, bud. Good, we got a green one. Oh, that was close. Let's check. I'm gonna get over here to this red light and check and see if I got a damage on the truck and trailer. We're almost there. Where is my... ...1% truck damage. I don't know. That was probably it when that happened. I was trying to take that turn just a little too quick, but I didn't want to get stuck on that off ramp. There we go. Gear shifter slipped. Yeah, this truck only has 10 gears, so every time I go past 10, it goes into neutral. It's so weird because I'm so used to driving 18. Usually 11 and 12 would be there, and they're just neutral. So it screws me up. These other transmissions are a little different than the Eaton. I was gonna try to find some fuel, but we're supposedly there, so we'll see. Should be able to make it there. There's 351 miles left to go. I don't think so. Oh, that's right. Our destination wasn't Springfield. It was Jonesboro. Yeah, I do need to get some gas. Fuel warning will be coming on here any minute. Pretty forgiving, though. You can make it an exit or two. I'm like on the default chassis. I don't have the extended chassis, so I don't have the fuel tanks. Bit of an uphill. I was hoping I'd get to see more of this during the daytime, but I mean, I play ATS. I probably will at some point get to see that. There's my fuel warning. I think we're fixing to have a downhill. Should be getting ready to. Minimum 40, max 70. See all the billboard damage from tornadoes. You'll see that a lot in Oklahoma. Right. It's 5:17. We were talking about maybe getting some hail around 3, but it looks like we lucked out. I'm not going to get any of that, hopefully. Dilla, Branson. City limits of Springfield. There should be some fuel coming up here. Slow down just a little bit here. It's not coming. So far, no detours. That's good. But hopefully, I see a fuel stop soon. Somehow I'm late on my delivery. Must have taken me out of, no. I don't know what happened there. There's some fuel here somewhere. Barely seen it. Downshift. That's a green line. Yeah, we'll just hit that nice fuel stop. I need to be. Does that lead to the stop? Is that off ramp? I think this is off ramp. I gotta get over. My blinker paddles are messing up. Come on, Jeep, get out of my way. That was close, I was running out of fuel. Hopefully this stop has some behind it, it said it did. Back here somewhere. Alright. Just trying to look and see if this leads. It doesn't lead out. Thought we were going that way for a second. Oh. Yeah. Usually I would probably have my radio going, but when you're on stream, I don't risk that. I've gotten a copyright strike once before for having radio in the background a long time ago when I lived in the city, and so ever since then I don't risk that. Anything that I think will be copyright, I just rip it out. That music is playing because I'm late, which is interesting because I shouldn't be late. I don't know. Something. Something's with that. These ATS red lights are pain, like ridiculous. Some of these, they just don't trigger. There it goes. Oh, lost the range on that one for a second. Yeah, in this game, signals matter. The AI respond to them, so if you don't use signal, you probably get hit. But I do that anyway out of habit. Some people don't understand how to use their fucking blinkers when they're driving. Now, the closest thing that I've ever gotten to commercial driving was I drove a medical van delivering medical equipment for a short time. I had just lost my job. I shouldn't say had just lost. I had lost my job and I had hell finding employment for a while. And then I managed to land this job. Better not, don't do it. I had managed to land this job, and I was really enjoying that job. But I had an accident that they, for some reason, weren't able to obtain insurance or something on me. And other than that, I had a super clean driving record, but there was some bullshit surrounding that accident, and I had to sue the insurance company. They, I won't go into too many details on what happened to this personal shit, but yeah, that kind of screwed me out of my job, which really screwed me big time because I was already hurt from not being able to find work. And but driving around the medical van, having to use these big ass mirrors like that's kind of what it reminds me of a little bit. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed that job. The guy was nice. The people delivering in like nursing homes and things like that, working on scooters and power chairs, things like that. I really liked doing that stuff. A little bit of an incline here. Really losing a lot of speed all of a sudden. Downshift. Damn it. Go to fifth. Losing all steam. That's why I hate this truck. Jesus. Come on. Are we climbing a mountain or something? Jeez. get to the top before I can give it any more. Usually they put like warnings. Maybe I missed it. That one screwed me up. Yeah, my shifter's getting a little bit. These shifters can be a little fickle. They're nice, but sometimes they'll hold gear and sometimes they'll let it go. I like this shifter though, it's pretty nice, all things considered. Yeah, we must be in a mountain area. I'm losing speed here. That's Springfield something. This should be scenic. Let's see. Be something there. I think that's another welcome to Arkansas sign. I already got the welcome to Arkansas sign. Speed limit 60, right as I'm trying. Typical ATS. Some areas in California, when I first started playing this game, drove me nuts. They'll change the speed limit like 3 times within like a mile. It's such a quick adjustment. And then their defense is, oh, that's like that in real life. No. But they finally fixed it. Harrison. Back in Harrison. What's that? Prime rib? Damn, the wheel just jerked real hard for no reason. You getting over? Yeah, this wheel was kind of tough to set up too. Had a lot of settings. Yeah, insurance companies. Oh yeah. I don't want to get in trouble for saying their name, so I won't say it. But I'll let you know. It starts with Bristol. Stay away from them. Apparently, they had multiple lawsuits for not covering their drivers, and some of their instances in which they didn't cover the driver was absolutely just sad, like babies thrown from the car and they wouldn't cover it. Live transfer. Pawn shop, Taco Kingdom. I don't know why that ATS music's still going. Unless I accidentally took the Springfield and the Jonesboro. I don't think so, because you still have to drive and pick up the trailer. So I don't think I did that. I don't know why the music's playing like I'm late. No idea. Come on now. Sometimes it rolls from 7th, and then sometimes it doesn't roll. It's a little high to be starting in, but sometimes it works. Farmer's Barn. That's a truck crossing. I'll be one of the truck companies. This was a little bit of a longer drive. Compared to the last two that I did, but it's alright. Well, it's getting daylight, so at least I'll be able to see a little bit of Arkansas now. Seem like they have a hell of a lot more trees than what we've got. Oh, okay. It's fine. I appreciate you sticking around for as long as you did. I really do. That was really cool of you. Got me company. So, just like I said, if you go stream or whatever, let me know and I'll pop in and visit. Just try to return the favor. But thanks for watching. You don't have to do all that. I appreciate you though. You really don't have to do that. It's fine. This has been one of my nicer streams. I had Psycho at the start accompany me on one of the runs from Fort Worth to Little Rock, Arkansas. That was a nice Missouri sign. Had you guys all come in, and I appreciate that very much. But like I said, you ain't gotta do all that. Don't feel obligation to stick around or anything like that. I don't care. I don't care if YouTube sees it as watch time or not. I'm just streaming the stream, so it'll probably only get a couple views anyway before I run the next one. So. I might stream tomorrow with ATS because I'm getting that. If it arrives in time, I probably will because I'm going to set up the track IR. If not ATS, I may play DCS and fly my Huey. I have to do a real quick rerun through on the systems and remember how to start it and stuff. I pretty well do, but if you do something wrong when you're trying to start the Huey, it won't start. Yeah, today I thought I'd just give Green Hell a break. I'm on day 80, got 20 days to go, and it gets kind of grindy where it's just rinse, repeat, playing. But last stream, yeah, that was a close one. I almost got killed by, what's his name? Doug, the Warhawk Doug. He hit me with an axe and like knocked me across probably like 20 feet away or something. And, I was already kind of low on health from having been sick or something like that. I can't remember exactly what happened, but that was an interesting one. And then not only that, but when Thug showed up, they knocked over all of my animal pen. So I had to rebuild my animal pen and hurry up and run around and grab all my capybaras back and put them back in the pen. That was interesting. Try not to run the speed limit here, but my foot pedals. Yeah, I think once when I get into Jonesboro, 34 miles to go, it's about 10 minutes. Probably less than that a little bit. But I think when I get to Jonesboro on that one, I'll probably call it. That's 3 drives for today. That's plenty. I'm gonna go eat my dinner and probably just kick back and relax. I can only do so many of these drives before my knuckles really start bothering me and my arthritis in my knees really start kicking. That shit sucks. I mean, just pain and shit in the kneecaps and stuff like that is just, sometimes it can be pretty bad. Today it's not bothering me too much, but it's still there, definitely. Some days are better than others with that. Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Fort Smith is that way. Let's take a look around. Man, I really want to get me. I might actually do that before I end stream. Go buy me a Kenworth. I'm gonna have my GPS in the dashboard, and then I'll be able to look around, do all that stuff. It'd be nice. And it'll probably also help if I had the right range of gears going here. Pine Bluff. Man, they're that way. He's pulling that metal shit. That stuff is really, really heavy. Rolls of, I want to say it's, I can't remember what they call it. Any other time I'd be able to tell you. Basically like rolled steel. Cold rolled steel. What a weak horn too. Weak horn in this thing. Yeah, I'm in the wrong lane. He can go forward, but I can't. $121 miles to go. Look at the scenery though. Man, this stuff really looks like this. Amazing looking game. Speed limit 60. $112 miles to go, Little Rock. Trying to let that lead foot off. Slow down. Yeah, it feels like 60, like hardly moving sometimes. Bald Knob, Jonesboro. That was a quick shave of like 60 miles or something. 86 or so. Growth Road Junction. Okay, let's have a little scenery look here outside the Convoy. Iron. Little towns. Memphis 81. I'm gonna be right outside of Memphis. I wonder if they're gonna be adding Tennessee soon. I'm hanging in this lane. I think that narrows them so I can see. There's a couple DLC that I don't have for this game, trailer wise. I'll probably end up changing that soon. I'll probably get. I think there's 3 packs that I don't have for the trailers, maybe 4. There's another pack. It might be 3, and then there's like a 4th pack that is like not trailers. It's just something else related, but probably end up changing that. Eventually I'll have everything. The only thing I don't buy is like a lot of the paint schemes, like Halloween and Valentine's Day and all that shit. I don't buy any of it. Because you only get one or 2 paint schemes anyway. You're gonna be driving with it for a good long while, and most of that stuff. Let's have a look outside. What river is this? I don't know, it didn't say. Might have passed the sign for it. I try to show you guys outside the cab when I come across rivers and things. To give you something to look at besides the interior of my cab. So you're watching, you might as well get to see something, right? So that's what I try to do. Make it so other people can see around it. And not only that, but I get to look at it too, because I've never been here, so. I think that's our exit. Yeah. We gotta get over. I passed it, but the way that I see it is I'd rather pass it than try to run a car off the road. Trying to hurry up and get over to do all that. I don't do that crap. I'll let it happen and then I'll just back out. Oh, a little bit too far there. I could have probably gone down to the next exit, but it's easier to just back up. I'm pretty close to just being able to just get over. We'll wait until this guy comes through. He's not, so. Oh no! I bumped the sign. 1% damage. Nope. Not too bad. Oh, no, that's bad. Holy crap. He came out of nowhere. Is he gonna move? Yeah. Just the AI's having a hard time. Yeah, I should have just went on down. That's the game punishing me for not paying enough attention. Just waiting on him to move. AI's like this, it just gets hung up sometimes. I'm just gonna sit there. There he goes. Look at this. Let me on the road. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alright. For as careful as you drive in this game, shenanigans can happen. So if you miss your exit, just go on down, take the next exit. Don't do what I tried to do. Sometimes that works. Sometimes the game just spawns random vehicles to just fly out of nowhere and smash into it. Net. What? That was my fault. Like I said, the GPS will mess with you sometimes. It looked like it was something that it wasn't, and I missed the exit. Just gotta watch for that sometimes. It only damaged my truck. I don't think it damaged the trailer, so I probably won't get dinged for that. Just smashed into me and then it did like an offense. I'll check that later. Yeah, the damage is all on me. Little fender bender, not too bad. at 12 miles to go, so no signs for Jonesboro yet. That was a good little drive. So at some point, I'm gonna do the longest drive that I can do, probably down there at the bottom of Texas, all the way up to, I think it was Birmingham, somewhere up there at the top of the map. I can't remember what it's called now. Go ahead and let this guy through. And that's going to be an interesting drive. That's going to be the longest drive, I think, that I've done. I'm trying to beat my old record of 2,200 miles. So my old record was, for the longest drive that I did, was 2,200. So if I do, now that we have more states, now I can make it even longer. We'll see. I don't figure how you get 55 coming through here at all, if you get a turn. We're here anyway, so. I don't see. Oh, it's up there. It's downrange. Security check. For silica? Okay. You don't even get that at the airport. Just security check for silica. There. We will do where we need it. Get them XP points. Head toward the red flag on your map. Well, I don't see a red flag yet. Somewhere back here. Unless it's in one of these spots. Okay, I see it. It's over there. You know what? We can make this work. Those cones don't stop us. room to get that serpentine in on this one. It's just gonna have to be straight back. Past the mark. Maybe a little bit more, give us some more room to turn. Here's the deal on this one. We got I think we can make that happen. I'm just concerned with this over here on this side. But I think we got enough room to get it in there. Gotta get closer to the slot so I don't hit that over there. Stop and look for a second. I think the point at which I wanted to pivot is going to have to change a little bit because that's right in front of me, but I'm just going to go on with it and we'll see how that pans out. Here's where it'll get you. You gotta be careful. If you go too far back right there, you'll slam into that. I think I can still get away with this. I'm gonna try it. If we would have hit by now. I think I got it. We're in the money. Hit her into the slot. We're coming in crooked just a little bit, but that's okay. We need all this room over here. Start turning now. Back that other side. We're in. Gotta get it steered back the other way now. Check it. Yeah, we're fine. I think we probably could get a little bit back that way, but try to go the other way a little bit. Now that's gonna send it the other way. There she is. I was gonna do a little bit more to get it straighter, but that'll work. he's done. Take my wheel here. Parking brake on. And let's find out if we're actually late on this one. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. Late penalties negative 6,000. Negative almost 900 XP for that. But why? Why did it say that I was late? I don't know. I'll have to rewatch that in stream and figure out how that happened, because I went straight there, I picked up the trailer, I set up everything, and then I just went on. So I did all the speed limits right. I mean, I drove a little bit below the speed limit in some areas, but I don't know what happened. Okay, so anyway, let me go and look and see if truck dealers in this area, there are none. 12:34 p.m. if I travel. There might be a dealer here in Jonesboro, but I don't know if it's I don't know where that would be. Let me just look real quick on this mini map. There's a spot. That's a Kenworth dealer. That's a Kenworth dealer. Okay, we're going there. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna go get my Kenworth. How do we get out of here? Looks like we can go this way. Ready to get rid of this truck. Can't go that way. Well, maybe I could have. Yeah, I'm going to get me a truck. And then next time I play, I don't have to worry too much about it. Maybe it'll give me a better transmission that's 450 horsepower. But still, I just don't understand why I was late on that one. It just said I was late like 30 minutes before I even got here. So I'm like, how was I late? Yeah, 10 miles per hour. Wait for lane to clear. Well, the lane's cleared. You ain't even in there. Oh, you're all. Oh, come on. Missed the range on that. Hopefully me driving this new truck didn't screw me up now, so I start screwing up driving my 18. If they even have that available, they may not. Shouldn't take too long. Range down. to get into fifth, it flips. It's real hard to get into that gear on this shifter. And I don't know why. It's pretty new, the shifter, so it may just still need to be broken in a little bit on that. We'll see. You know, I was thinking about it. I think if you buy your truck in a different state, you end up with that truck's state tag. I don't know if I want that. Oh, what the truck's car's been. I don't really care too much anyway, about the state on the tag, but at the same time, I'd rather buy it from my home state. It's just by the time I fast travel there, they probably won't be open. I'll be shit out of luck again. I'm gonna go just discover this dealer and make a decision on. I might be able to change my state code. Look that up real quick. Don't text me. Don't want to hurt your feelings, but I never said it. Sorry, you're too nice. That's funny. Alright, let me try to put this up real quick. Profile is connected to the world of trucks. You have the option to select a custom license plate to be applied to the truck. So that's only if you're connected to the world of trucks. And this new profile is not connected to Purple Heart Trail. That's really cool. See, they got a lot of stuff in here for veterans. It's really cool. Trying to see if there's anything else that says anything. Yeah, the plate of your truck depends on where you buy the truck from. My truck is Washington plated. I bought it in Washington in my home garage. It's in Washington too, so I think it's whatever garage your truck is parked at. When I've switched to a new truck, however, it puts it to my home garage. It updates. However, it puts it into my home garage and updates the tag to that state. So put your base of operations in what state you want and you're fine. Okay, so the tag is not where you buy the truck. The tag is where your home garage is. That helped a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna go buy this Kenworth. Where is this garage? Need to repair my truck too. I don't see it. Where is it telling me to go? Oh, I see it. It's over there. Okay. This will be my first time actually getting a Kenworth and driving it as my primary. I think I've driven a Kenworth a time or two in the game across multiple jobs that I was taking, but I don't remember 100%. $326. I need to hurry my ass. They're gonna close. So lungs. Bounces right back out of 5. I don't know why it does that. For those of you guys that don't know, they are going to stop making the W900, Kenworth W900, apparently. There will be no more new Kenworths. We got a garage here. Maybe later come down. That's another thing. I don't even have any drivers yet for my company for this profile. Could be having passive income. Kenworth dealer discovered. Alright, here we go. Day cab. Day cab. Sleeper. Day cab. Day cab. Level 18. Mid-range sleeper. Level 21. I don't think I can buy these yet. Because the sleeper's not even available till 21. W900. Studio sleeper. Yeah. 23. Can't get any of these. I can only get this one. And that's it. Because the rest are all locked under level. Yeah, now I'm only like level 11. That's the closest thing I can get to a sleeper, and that's level 18. Day cab, this one. That's level 13. Let me go over here. Look at something real quick. Save game, obviously. Save that game. And then go to title screen. Yeah. Need to leave Convoy anyway. Accept progress. And let's go to... Yeah, I'm level 10. Damn, dude. Hey! It sees my profile now, my old one. Well, pain my brow. This was back whenever I was messing around trying to let my nephew drive. Now it's saying World of Trucks not connected. It didn't show these before, it just showed this one last time, so it must have finally recognized my profile. Choices, what should I do? If I click this, Yeah, I own 16 trucks, 3 trailers, 187 deliveries, garages owned, small 9, large 4, roads explored 40%, total time game spent, let's see, 181 hours, 47 minutes. Mods in use for 8. You can, there's my old profile. Jesus, man, I did all that on that profile. And there it was, my old profile was just sitting there waiting. What does this do? Maybe it just took a while to finally sync back up with the files that I moved, because I moved those files over. But that also means that I'll have to go and revisit a lot of those states. It says that, yeah, this one's connected to World of Trucks too. So I can always go back to that if I want. But this one, yeah, we're using this one. So I probably own a Kenworth. I was so tired of using that same truck. Oh, man. All this time, I had this one available to me the whole time. And I got the Legacy Edition released right here. No. Unbelievable, dude. Oh, no, it's the password? No fucking way. Oh, dude. Oh, no. I don't even remember what my password is. Oh, man. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. Let's go up to the profile. We'll just go ahead and click this old one. The one that I was using. You selected profile. And I'll go continue career. And I'm gonna go get a Kenworth. I've already done this profiles, like, I don't know, like, it's hard for me to make this decision. Truck dealers. Where is services for repair? Truck upgrades. So it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Well, let's back out of this then. If I try to upgrade this one, it's still going to be an international. I guess I can go see if I can... Oh, there's the wrench icon. Let's do that. Let's go over there real quick. Did I shut off the engine or something? I can drive this truck as long as I can upgrade the engine and change the GPS on the dashboard. If I can't do that, I'm not going to drive. Especially with long hauls. Service. First of all, let's do that. Where's my damage? I gotta repair that. And that. And I guess that too. Just fix all of it. Confirm. Oh, that's wear on the engine there. Okay, so Can you repair all? No, you can't. This was a used truck anyway, so it's gonna have some wear on it. No, I don't want to totally restore it. Truck configurator. And let's see if we can change anything in the cabin yet. I can add a sleeper. It's 51. Not compatible with the short 6x4. To install a 6x4 needs to be removed. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. Where is cab interior? I don't have the option to remove this yet for some reason. This is just changing colors, that's nothing. Let's see what transmission I have. We got a 13 speed available. Oh, here's an 18 speed. For some reason it's cheaper. What's the 450 horsepower? This is the one that I've currently got. This is 450 horsepower, 1,600 pounds of torque. Normal cargo, maneuverability goes up, uneven terrain goes up. That one goes up a lot. This is the heavy cargo configuration. This takes down the heavy cargo. So the 13 speed would be the better option because I don't lose all that. I lose field traversal, which starts sucks on. Well, a little bit, but maneuverability goes up, normal cargo goes up, and uneven terrain goes up some. I could spend the 12,000 here, or I can save it for that other truck. See on the chassis. So this is the one we have currently. It said I need to get rid of that to change it to a medium. So it'd be 26,000 for that, and another 27,000 for the sleeper variant, and that doesn't even change any of the accessories that I wanted to change. Yeah, this one doesn't have the GPS built into the dashboard. Ugh. Choices. And that other Kenworth isn't available till the first Kenworth that I want with the sleeper is not even available till level 13. I could do 2 more drives or 3, probably good drives, and then I would have a Kenworth available to buy on this profile with the sleeper on it, of course. Yeah, well. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna end stream. It's been a while here. Yeah. 3 hours, 35 minutes in the stream. So on that note, I think we're done here. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate your comments, and I appreciate you guys liking and subscribing. Um, hopefully, you guys got to see some of the states, Arkansas and Missouri. And I think what I'll do is probably catch you guys next time. I will probably put in the drives to go ahead and unlock that first Kenworth, and then just slowly upgrade it from there. Uh, but now that I know that I have my level 44 profile unlocked again, that's great news. I'm very excited about that. That means I get to drive my old truck again. So on that note, like I said, thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.